Hey, it's your girl Lay back with another pick a card video. So, I heard somebody told me that it's a new decade. Welcome to the decade of 2020 all the way to 2029. I don't know about you, but 2019 was really rough for me. It was rough for a lot of people. This decade, the previous decade in general was pretty rough. So let's focus on the positives. It's a new decade, it's a new year. Let's see, what the universe spirit has in store in this new decade. If your 2019 was pretty good, I wish you more of the same. If your previous decade was amazing, I wish you more of the same. And we're going to look at the positives, the highlights of this upcoming decade. If you'd like to win a free reading with your girl Lay, all you have to do is subscribe and comment below. You'll automatically be entered into a free reading giveaway for that month. So each month I will be doing a free reading giveaway. And the more you comment, the more chances to win. As usual, this is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. However, if you would like a personal reading tailored specifically to you, I do offer those. You may send me your question to tarotbylayla@gmail.com to book a reading. They start at $15 for one questions, and I'm also offering a special year ahead reading for $30. Let's get right into it. I have four lovely piles in front of you. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Choose the pile or piles you are most drawn to, and then you can fast forward to your specific reading using the timestamps down below. I'll see you at your reading. Bye bye. Hey, you are in the right place. Let's look into your highlights for this decade. Okay, so your first card is Conscious Consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So, this could mean quite literally you're being conscious about what products you're buying, whether it's environmentally friendly, ethical, organic, all that good stuff. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is saying that you're going to be very wise with your money. Like if you've been having trouble getting your spending habits under check, or if you've been living above your means after 10 years or within the next 10 years, that will no longer be the case. You will be very money smart, money wise. And you will live below your means and you'll be able to save a lot because you're going to be more conscious about how you spend. I know for me, sometimes I just spend just because, just happened. But you're going to be very purposeful with your money and what you spend your money on and how you spend it, okay? So big ups to you being responsible. All right, so hello. Don't be upset if it's in reverse. It's the highlights. It says helpful people. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to just take this upright. Definitely just saying that you'll be surrounded by people who will be of help to you. Now, I feel like previously, though, or currently, you may feel as though there are a lot of people in your life that, they can take from you, but they don't do well when it comes to giving and reciprocity. But you'll just have a solid team, like just people who in your corner, whether this is friends or family that can elevate you, that can motivate you, that you can really rely on and depend on, and you will count these people as a blessing. Okay. It's hard to find people that you can really depend on, people that really enrich your life and give just as much as they take. But you'll be surrounded by helpful people and people you really cherish, and you'll view these people as a highlight of the next 10 years of your life. All right, let's see what else. Chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. So this is so crazy because I was just listening to a reading by Vanessa Samania. I love her channel, by the way. Shout out to her. But she was talking about how you don't have to choose between your intuition and your logic. That's something I myself struggle with. I am not trying to make this about myself. I'm just saying that it can be hard to balance the two. You may be prone to being, oh, logic, 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 it has to make sense, or you may be on the other end of the spectrum, like, oh, intuition, intuition, feelings, emotion. And you need to have a fine balance. You can't have too much of the other. And if you've been like struggling to find that common ground, how to incorporate both in your life, how to make informed decisions with your emotions as well as your logic, at the end of the decade 2029, you will have mastered, maybe not mastered, but you'll definitely, I feel like you'll be at like 90% mastery. So you'll really be, really wise and really, much better at it than you are now, of how to make informed decisions and how to find answers. And I feel like you will view that as a highlight because it's a struggle. It's a struggle to do. Even if our intuition or our emotions do tell us one thing, we can question it with our logic, with the facts, and you'll be able to incorporate both, which is the mom, that calm. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. So I'm all so I'm automatically getting travel, travel from this. Travel, travel, travel. So I feel like you'll be able to fulfill some travel dream, whether that's wanting to like retire overseas for some of you, or maybe just wanting to live abroad somewhere, or there's just been this place that's been on your bucket list forever, but you've never gotten around to going there. Maybe it's just too expensive and things come up, life comes up. I just got a flash of, the movie Up and how they would save to go to, like, what is it called, Paradise Island or something, but they would always save to go up like throughout their life, but things would happen, whether the car would break down or something unexpected. They never made it, and he was so regretful that he couldn't go before she passed away. But I feel like you'll be able to realize some travel dream like that, going someplace you've always wanted to go, and you'll view that as a highlight. You'll view it as life changing. Now, what made me say all when I saw this is the reason why I love this card so much is about your ships coming in, finally getting the results you wanted, finally getting the rewards from all your hard work and effort. Now when it's in reverse, I'm getting like currently like you've been like delayed, impatient, waiting like, oh my gosh, when am I going to find my big break? When am I going to get some results, something for all of my hard work? And I feel like your ships will, finally come in. You'll be able to, the sun will come out. What's that Bible verse? Weeping, here we go, I got it. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So it's like that kind of dark night of the soul, sort of, but just feeling like, things are just down and dark and depressed, and you're like, where's the sun? Where's the joy? Where's the light? And you'll be able to, finally see the sun shining. Okay. That's also true for you if you've had to deal with like mental illness of some sort, like finally maybe getting a grip over it, like managing it instead of being engulfed by it. What else we have? Inner voice. Okay, so again, yeah, that goes back to the chimpanzee, like being able to balance. So you probably were more of the logic person. You give me like grounded energy, which is good, but you could be too grounded as well. So you may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have that in your chart, or just have a tendency to be just very grounded. So you probably don't do well at listening to your inner voice. You may question it. You may, try to replace it with logic, like it doesn't make sense. But I feel like you'll, by the end of 2029, have a much more firm grasp of your inner voice. What it's saying to you, what's intuition and what's fear. Having that discernment, having that wisdom, and just being a lot more in tune with your inner self and your inner voice. And that's going to lead to like those rewards that you've been waiting on, that we talked about with the Three of Wands. Okay, let's see what else. Four of Coins. So this is funny to me because we got this conscious consumer. So I definitely, feel you may, I don't know what's the word. I don't want to say stingy, but you may just, when it comes to money and spending, you could be, I don't want to say a cheapskate either. What's the word? You just may tend towards the penny pension side of things, or you just may feel like you have to because maybe you don't feel like you have enough. Okay, you don't feel like there's an abundance of money, of wealth, of things, of material things, and that's it's just an illusion. Like the definition of abundance, I say, is it's abundant. It's everywhere. It's more than enough. And when we are fearful that we don't have enough, you can just tend to like hold on to money and things. So again, going back to like how you spend your money, and just I feel like you'll have this like greater sense of freedom, whether that means you will be making a lot more money so you won't have as much of a fear when it comes to money and spending. But I just feel like you'll just be able to like let go and ease up and realize that you do have some maybe harmful attitudes when it comes to money, and like holding on to things in general. Let's see, Ace of Swords. So, who we have the Great Wall. If you watch, this is Game of Thrones tarot, by the way. I'm a big fan of the series before the last season, not the last season. So, Ace of Swords, when it's in reverse, talks about having a lack of mental clarity, just being confused, and that could contribute to your feeling of needing to hold on and just have things. You could have a tendency towards hoarding. It's like for people who've not had enough to eat, they tend to hoard things and may hide food everywhere in little places because they don't know where the next meal is coming from. So it's kind of like that sort of like mentality of like, oh, when it comes to like money or possessions or just your mindset, you're like, I don't have enough, and like being fearful. So at the end of 2029, I hope I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm making sense. By the end of 2029, you'll be able to like cut out that attitude of I don't have enough. You will realize that you are abundant and you will be provided for. The universe will provide for you, and you'll tend toward more being conscious versus just holding on and being money, feeling like you can't spend anything and feeling tight with everything with your money. Blessings. Okay, so yeah, life is gonna be full of blessings. This new decade, you're gonna have a lot of blessings to count. So count them up and keep counting. It's gonna be abundant and overflowing. I love how they have the similar colors here, like the yellows and the greens. Yellow is solar plexus, so that's about like confidence. And green, of course, is the heart chakra. So just an overflowing of love and emotions. You're gonna have a lot of, I feel like, really healthy relationships. This year is gonna feel so blessings. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Ew. I'm biased, but this is my favorite queen. It's the Queen of Wands, okay? Because she's just the boss. She is assertive. She's like, could be a social butterfly sometimes. She's not afraid to go after what she wants, and she's a force to be reckoned with. She's very confident. So whether you're male or female, you'll be in this confident, assertive, standing in your power energy. You're going to feel so blessed and just so much more secure with yourself, secure with your life. Just abundance. And we have the same kind of flowers sort of in this card as this one. Beautiful. Something about love. Can't leave out love. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So again, when you are able to like clearly hone in on your intuition, that's going to lead you to the love of your life. Because right now you may feel like some blocks to love, because again, you're not listening to that inner voice. But once you get clear about what it's saying, and you close out all the clutter in that clutter, you'll be able to take the right steps and take the steps you're guided to take. It'll be just like following the breadcrumbs right to your Prince Charming or Princess Charming, okay? So, yeah, absolutely. Love definitely is on the table, is like in your life, not just romantically. I'm just getting like just feeling I feel like you're very family oriented, like friends, family, blessings in that regard, as well as standing in your own power, knowing what you deserve, and finally like letting your intuition lead you to the love of your life. All right, pile one, that is your reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what pile you chose. When you leave a comment, you're automatically entered into a free giveaway for that month. And subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. Hey, pile number two, you are in the right place. Let's look at the highlights of the next decade for you. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So yeah, I feel like you'll go through like this sort of record scratch, like that tape playing in your head of like negative thoughts, the pessimistic attitudes. You will find a way to break it and reverse it, flip it and reverse it to like more positive things. And you telling yourself this more positive narrative of, like speaking life and like speaking what you want, you'll be able to manifest everything you want, basically a lot of abundance. So at the end of this decade, you'll like basically crack the code to the life you want, the dreams you want, the manifestations, the abundance you want, because you'll change that inner voice and make it on the same team as you. It will go from a critic to a cheerleader. Okay, and that change, those words of abundance will manifest that abundance for you in your life. Choose a new direction. So definitely you'll make some huge change. I mean, of course, we change from year to year, but I feel like at the end of the 10 years, you'll definitely be like doing something completely different than you ever thought you would do. This could be in terms of work, of your career situation, or just life in general. Maybe you'll move abroad somewhere, or you'll just be doing some activity you never thought you'd be able to do. You'll just move in a completely new direction you have not foreseen, but will come into your life anyway. And I feel like you'll be chasing after some dream, but I just feel like you won't even like be able to imagine like what's coming for you at the end of your next 10 years. Like you won't you'll look back on it and be like, wow, I just never knew that was going to happen, or that could happen for me. But again, once you change the narrative in your head of like, I can't do it till I can, I'm going to try my best, you'll just change your whole entire life. Ooh, Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. So yeah, deep emotional healing. If you need any therapy, or you need to patch up some insecurities, or you have inner childhood wounds or traumas, you'll have experienced that deep emotional healing. I'm not saying that you'll be completely perfect and 100% healed, but I am saying that the major things that you were struggling with, the major things that caused any depression or just anxieties or just made you feel like you were inadequate or unworthy, that's gone. Now it's just maybe little minor things, but that deep spiritual healing will be done, and you'll view that as a highlight. That is definitely something to celebrate. The Fool. Oh my God. So again, that goes with that choose a new direction. You'll embark on something completely, totally new. Like, I just feel like you don't have any idea. You can't even imagine. And again, like, this fool has a blindfold, so this fool is a little different. So I don't think it's anything that I can even like really describe to you. Now, this is a general reading, so it could look differently. Well, it will look differently, but I don't think spirit even wants me to reveal to you like what exactly is coming for you, but it's going to be incredibly new and positive, and you just have to like remember to stop and smell the roses, and trust. Have that blind faith. Like, she's blindfolded, she doesn't know where she's going, but she trusts the divine. Even though there's some danger, you can see there's a snake. She is just not afraid. She's like, well, spirit has my back. The universe has my back. I'm going to take the first step, and I'm going to let, spirit catch me. I'm going to take a step off that cliff, figurative cliff, remember? And I just have the full confidence and faith and trust that spirit will catch me. So you have this incredibly like earth moving, earth shattering, mountain moving type of faith, even though you can't really see how things will turn out, even though you can't really imagine it, you just have this incredible faith that will like lead you forward in a new direction. Let's see what else. Exhaustion. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I feel like this is the current energy that will be ending, definitely, because like Nine of Wands talk about being like almost there, like, or just feeling like tired, like you just work day after day, a 9 to 5, go to school day after day, you do the same thing every day, and you don't really feel like you are seeing any progress or any movement. And sometimes you may feel like giving up. You may feel like giving up, but you again, you'll be starting and moving in a new direction, doing something completely new. And this lack of energy, this lack of motivation, just being tired and just like, oh my gosh, life is just so stressful, so hard, that will be ending as you move into a new direction and you follow your bliss and you have faith in what's coming for you. Okay, so that's over. We have the Page of Cups, definitely following. Yeah, you're creative. The Moon, oh my gosh. So you're a creative. Definitely creative with the Page of Cups. So some big idea, some creative venture. This could range from being a makeup artist to a YouTube creator to a writer to a singer, any type of thing, even an entrepreneur or even an engineer. They create things. Like if you're gonna follow some creative idea and you're just gonna jump down the rabbit hole, you don't really know where it's going, but you're just gonna follow. You're like, I'm not really succeeding, or I'm not really happy with my life by following other people's rules for my life or following the conventional, traditional direction for my life. So I might as well, try it at something I actually want to do. I might as well go for it, okay? And I see you just going for it. Now, again, with the Moon card here, this is Major Arcana. Means this forces, it's still a little cloudy. Now, with the tarot, I always believe like God. I believe in God. I believe God, or you can call it spirit, is always in control. He or it has control over the past, the present, and the future. And with the tarot, you can get a peek at the future or get a peek at where you're going. Sometimes though, things are hidden. Again, I had a hint at that with the blindfold here, but with the moon, it's like things are not fully, visible. It's like, going out in the moonlight is not as visible as the sun, is it? It's nowhere near as visible as the sun. So there's some things that's hidden, and I feel like spirit is like, you know what? I want to see if you actually trust me. I want to see if you actually have that faith to go for this idea, even though you don't know how it'll turn out. I just want to see you go for it and trust and basically walk in the dark. Take steps forward in the dark. And you don't, maybe you only can see the first stair, but you just have to keep stepping. And as you step, each stair will reveal itself. But you don't see the whole entire staircase. You know what I'm saying? So this is just being led by your faith, by your bliss, by your passion, and just going for something. Stand still. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so definitely in the next 10 years, like with this like creative venture project, I just feel like you just don't know how it will turn out. You just have no idea. And it's just like you may have a tendency to doubt it, like, oh, is it ever going to pay off? Is it really going to happen for me? And you just may feel like things are not moving, like things are not progressing. But okay, like that is a lie. I get like, the metaphor of a seed being buried and planted in the ground. So when a seed is being buried, it's completely dark. Imagine you're that seed and it's completely dark and you're underground and you don't know anything is moving because things are happening beneath the surface and you're like, oh my gosh, like why am I in the dark? This is so scary. But the seed has no idea it's going to blossom into this beautiful plant or tree or flower or whatever. So when you encounter this like kind of stagnant period, just keep your faith, because again, we have a new direction, we have abundance coming for you. And we have Queen of Chalices and engagement. So I definitely feel as though you will be married or at least engaged. Yeah, your love life, whatever it is going to have that next level. So I definitely just feel like this is saying marriage, or like marriage. If that's not in the cards for you, like if that's not what you aspire to, I feel like it's gonna come for you anyway. So like definitely marriage, or at least meeting who you want to marry. So love life, yeah, having a fulfilling partnership. Now with this Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like this is again going back to not giving into your emotions. You may feel when you're being buried and planted and you're waiting for your abundance to come through, because your abundance is coming. It is coming. It's just you have to be careful of what you tell yourself and how you not listening to your emotions. Now, what I mean by that, I don't mean to like not follow your heart. You should absolutely follow your heart, go for things. But sometimes our emotions can like lead us astray. If they're like emotions of fear or emotions of pain and sadness, you may be tempted to give up. But again, I feel like definitely, especially at the end of this 2029, you'll be sort of like a master of your emotions. You'll have control and mastery over that fear as you wait for your bliss, as you follow your dreams, and as you go for it and move in this new direction. You'll have a better control of your emotions, whereas previously or even currently you may like give into fear, give into pain, give into rejection, and take it personally. This is like moving past that and having that deep emotional healing and being able to like embark on a new journey, do something entirely new for your life, and new and beautiful. All right, Pal 2, I hope that made sense. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below and you'll be automatically entered into a free reading giveaway for the month of January, okay? Or any month really that you comment. So subscribe for more. Until next time. Bye-bye. Hey, pile number 3, you are in the right place. Let's look at your highlights for the next decade. For this decade. Okay. Attracting, not chasing. Oh, I love that. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlining chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So yeah, if this is something you struggle with, if you've been the type to like, I have to go after it, I have to get it, and chase, you'll embrace your feminine energy of just attracting. Whether you're a male or female, or if you're more in touch with your masculine or feminine side, there is, I feel like, an issue of chasing instead of just allowing it to come to you. So you will be mastering that over this decade, and you will have mastered it by the end of this decade. How to just allow things to come. Just allow, set your intention, and, of course, say what you want, express it, but you don't have to like bulldoze full speed ahead towards it. And honestly, with the boat here, I feel like you're going to be traveling to somewhere like, I'm getting like Italy. Like the boat, like, the gondola boats, is that what it's called? Like, definitely like traveling on a boat somewhere, or by boat, or just Italy. Okay. You could also be a Leo or have Leo energy in your chart. Again, now this little boat here is being led by turtles. So turtles aren't the fastest moving animals. So once you allow, you have to be patient as your manifestation comes to you. And I feel like you'll have a lot more patience than you do now as you wait. Because I feel like waiting is part of the main reason why you chase, because you don't like waiting. But you'll find you'll learn that it's better to wait and just attract, not chase. No. Yes. Okay, so I feel like um I'm sorry, Pal 3, but I'm getting like a lot of like stubborn energy from you. um so sometimes spirit tells us no. Not just no, but hell no. With like exclamation point no. Okay, because there's two no's in this deck. There's a regular no and then there's a no exclamation point. I feel as though sometimes spirit or the universe tells you, no, this is not for you. And you're like, you don't listen to it. You don't listen to it. You're like, you know what? I know it's saying no, but I want this. Now I'm going to still go after it. I'm going to still chase after it, even though it's not for me. Because it's like you want it so badly and you don't want to be rejected and you just keep going for it. You will learn how to be comfortable with no, how to accept no, and say, okay, yeah, this is not for me, but something better out there is. So I'll wait. I'll wait as it comes in the turtle speed. I'll wait for it to come. You'll have that acceptance, that wisdom to be like, you know what? I can wait for what's mine. That's it. I'm not going to chase what's not mine. What's mine is for me. It has my name on it. It's going to come to me. And you will feel like this is such a highlight for you, because I feel like this is like a struggle sometimes for you. And you'll feel like it's a major highlight that you've learned this lesson of like letting go and receiving. I'm thinking of that meme of if you watch Arthur and the sister DW. It's like a sign. She's like, I'm not gonna let this sign stop me because I can't read. It's just like that. But it's like you can read, but you're not listening to the sign that spirit's providing. That's also for like toxic relationships. A lot of times we chase after people that are not for us, but we're like, oh, I love them, I can change them, I can make them want me. And at the end of this decade, you're gonna have enough of that. You're like, you know what? No. Next. Mouse, you're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on. Mouse. Okay, I'll come back to that. I don't know what it's saying for real. Two of Wands, definitely getting more travel. So if you don't like flying, or if you don't like planes, you better get comfortable with planes. But like travel for business as well as pleasure. Like I'm getting a lot of work trips as well. Okay, so hey, traveling on company's dime, and so yeah, definitely travel. And you'll view that as a highlight because traveling is fun. It's a highlight. I mean, it's bomb. Now with the Two of Wands, it also often talks about like a crossroads and moving in a new direction. So I do feel like you are moving in a new direction, but I feel like this is something you've been resisting. You've been resisting changing and shedding old skin, but I feel like you'll come to fully embrace the changes that happen in your life. Like you'll be able to go with the flow more. You know what I'm saying? And just I feel like there's some big change. I feel like it's mostly career, but you can take it how it resonates. And you'll just be able to move in a new direction with your career. And change. Now, this is a positive change, but change of any sort can trigger us because change can be scary. It's different, it's new. You don't know what to expect. But I feel like you'll finally embrace this change in a new direction. We also have totality. I think this is a 5 of Wands. But I always view this as receiving a helping hand. Like reaching out and being caught. Okay? Reaching out and being caught. And you can see like if she's not caught, if she just lets her go, she's not caught, and there's not that full trust, then she about to die, okay? She's gonna fall to her death. But they have this incredible relationship, this incredible level of trust where they literally put their lives in each other's hands, okay? So with spirit, I feel as though you'll finally be able to like fully let go and just surrender and let go and let the universe, the divine, do what it does. Just let it do what it does. Let it, create your life. Let it, what I'm trying to say, just let it be. Like, you can only control yourself, so you can always strive for better, work on manifesting and attracting, but a part of that is letting go and stop trying to make things go your way. Because I feel like what's beautiful about you is you do have that go-getter energy, that go-getter mentality. You probably are incredibly successful when it comes to work because you're in the go-get stuff, but everything doesn't have that same pattern. Like, everything doesn't follow the pattern of work and school, because work and school, you can push forward and you can go for what you want. But some things, that are out of your control, like love or just general life things, you just can't go get it like that. So you have to allow it to come to you. And this is full, total trust in spirit, in God, and the plan that has been laid out for your life. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing. We also have Ace of Spears. This is beautiful. Look at the reds. So you could be a fire sign or have that in your chart. Just be fiery, regardless of your sign. But this is beautiful. This is passion. This is a new beginning. Again, a new direction. So this is just feeling, I feel like you're going to feel very invigorated, just very happy, energized, about your life and about your life's direction. I feel like this is pure happiness, a new beginning, a new passionate beginning in your life because you have let go, you have surrendered. Okay, so here's where the mouse is coming into me. So the mouse is very detail oriented. Okay, they're very small, so they can see things on a smaller level. And I feel like you can take on this mouse energy of just being really caught up in the details, the day-to-day things in life, at the expense of the bigger picture, at the expense of the things that the spiritual life lesson things that you have no control over. So I feel like you have a problem with control. You want things to go your way. Okay, everybody is guilty of that. But I feel like with you, it does you a disservice because sometimes spirit says no. It says no. And sometimes you may get confused about what you can control and what you can't control. So I feel like you'll have that. Once you do gain that wisdom, that discernment about what you can control and what you need to let go and surrender and give total trust, and you let go and move in a new direction, you'll just be so much happy. You'll be so much happier. You'll be so happy. You have this newfound lease on life. Okay, it's like a rebirth of sorts. Stillness. Oh my gosh. Let me just lay out the rest of the cards. Stillness. Eighth. Y'all, I'm not making this up. Cannot make this up. Do you see this? This is the Ace of Wands. We have two Aces of Wands, two different decks. I love when I see synchronicities like this. So this one came out in reverse though. So this reminds me, that movie James and the Giant Peach? This huge little peach is growing from this little branch, and he doesn't really seem that happy about it. He's okay, so what? Then we have this little skull key down here. Give me a second because I feel called to read from the book. There is so much potential and so much energy available. It is difficult sometimes to know what to do. Always look at the whole picture before deciding what is the best choice for now. Again, look at the whole picture. Don't get caught up in the details, okay? So I feel like you'll have definitely a better idea of what is the best choice or what direction your life should go in, because you'll be focused on more of the big picture and not just looking at the small details of things, okay? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I do feel like when it comes to your love life or just all your relationships, romantic or otherwise, you'll have a better sense of which ones are healthy and which ones are not so healthy, and how you play a part in that, because it's not always the other person, right? Sometimes we have our own toxic or codependent tendencies, but I feel like you'll be just very aware. You'll come to realize how you stand in your own way when it comes to love, and you'll be able to see like what mistakes or what patterns you keep repeating that lead you to codependency in your love life. And if you're unfamiliar, codependency refers to depending on somebody else for your happiness, feeling like another person has to complete you, and having a really unhealthy bond with another person, actually like feeling addicted to another person. And I feel like you may be guilty of codependency. I mean, who isn't? But at the end of this decade, you will have realized that, I'm getting Leo energy again here. You'll have realized that. And you'll just be super aware, super vigilant, and just have this sense of calm and peace over, what's over yourself. And you'll know how to attract, not chase, the right healthy relationships for you, whether that's friendship, family, friends, love, or otherwise. So I feel like you'll just have this mastery over yourself. Now, I think I skipped over stillness. So I just feel like, yeah, you just have this incredible peace in your life, this peace, like this permanent peace, this permanent passion and joy when you get out of your own way and when you just surrender and let go. Okay? Let go. Like you think that you're gonna get, like doing it your way, you will get a peach for sure. You'll get like a small handheld giant, a regular sized peach. Where a spirit is like, I don't want to give you a small peach. I want to give you this gigantic peach. Just trust me. Okay, so just trust spirit. All right, that's your reading, pile one. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below, and you'll be entered if you subscribe into a giveaway for that month, the month you watch this video in. All right, subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. AA pile number 4, you're in the right place. Let's get into your reading. The highlights of the next decade. Okay, block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Woo! So you, Power 4, you are going to block a lot of people, like actually block them in your phone. Like, the song, it ain't nothing to cut that off. It ain't nothing to cut that person off. You are going to love, the scissors emoji. Like, you're going to be cutting people out left and right, or just any distraction, whether it's, not a physical person or just, social media. You might delete your social media, or you might, get a new job if that's distracting. You're just going to be ultra light beam focused on your goals and your life purpose and your priorities. And you're going to say, what? Enough. I'm like, enough. I'm just tired of letting these distractions get in the way of my goals and dreams and desires. So I'm going to follow my higher calling, and I'm not going to let anybody or anything get in the way of that. Okay. So you're going to be a little bit ruthless, but hey, you're going to be selfish, but for the right reasons, because you're going to be following your higher calling, and you're not going to let anybody distract you. You're going to be super focused on the bag. Get more information. Okay. So I feel like you guys might be going back to school. I hate to break it to you. So if you're in school now, you might, go back, for that master's or postgraduate or PhD or something. And if it's been a while since you've been to school, hey, you might need to go back for certification. I feel as though, Power 4, you're going to realize what your life purpose is, your higher calling. You're going to have to make a career change. And in order to make this career change, you might need to go back. Maybe it might not be something long, maybe like a year course or like some type of certification. Just I feel like you're going to just get some more studying going in so you can like pursue this new career path. Spider, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So you could be a writer or some type of creative. This spider is definitely, that's your writer energy for me, to me. But you could be a storyteller also. Like you could, I feel like actresses tell stories. You may be a filmmaker. Filmmakers tell stories. So you might go back to school for that, some creative venture. Okay. A Queen of Swords. Okay, remember I said you're gonna like cut people off. That's what a sword does. Swords can kill. They can cut as well. So I feel as though there's a balance to it though, because the Queen of Swords, she can be very astute, okay, very wise, and she can see the truth, and she knows what needs to be cut out of her life and what no longer serves her. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, she can be kind of cold, calculating. So you have to find that fine balance. It's beautiful that I feel like you're gonna have this laser vision towards your goals, but don't you don't have to cut off everybody. If that makes sense. Stress. Okay. So this makes a lot more sense. With the 7 of Wands here, stress. So I feel like you're gonna be on the defensive. Like you may feel as though people attack you or they distract you. I feel like you may isolate yourself for over the next 10 years because you may just feel like really stressed. You may just up and move to a different state through a different part of the country or a different country out of nowhere. Just go up and leave because you feel like you're going to reach your boiling point with people, with your current situation or circumstances or things going on. It goes, it's like, yeah, it's like somebody pops your bubble, okay, and you're like, you know what, this is it. You're like, it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and you're like, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna go after my higher calling. I'm gonna go back to school or get some more information, get some more studying, and I'm gonna go for my creative idea, and nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna get in my way. I'm tired. You're gonna be like, I'm tired of this shit, and I feel like it's gonna be a highlight for you because I don't know if you're towards the more meek or quiet, or maybe you have a tendency to let people like overstep their boundaries or like step all over you, and you're gonna like have a hard boundary, and you're gonna have high standards and expectations, a hard like filter for who can be in your circle and who cannot be. And I don't view that as a bad thing. Okay, I don't. Do what's best for you. We have King of Spears, King of Wands. Okay, where it arts dark. And the Page of Spears or the Page of Wands. Interesting. How we have 2 Wands cards here. Okay. So Page of Wands here is like going off on a new adventure. Okay, starting something new, going for something new. And King of Spears is like he's at the end of the journey. So at the beginning of the journey and the end of the journey. And King of Spears or King of Wands, he's already, gone through that adventure. He got the t-shirt, been there, done that. He's already established. He's already super successful. He's a businessman. He's a master manifestor. So we have the end of the journey and the end of the journey and the beginning of the journey. However, they're both in reverse. So I think this is telling me that, like previously, if you've been hesitant to go after what you want, what you desire, because you don't have that confidence in yourself, because King of Spears, he's overflowing with confidence. His ego may be too big. So whether you're a male or female, you're gonna find the gumption, the strength, or the will just to follow your passion and embark on that journey, because the only thing blocking you from starting this new adventure, this new direction, is your own self. Because when it's in reverse, it's saying you need to take on the qualities of the King of Wands, and that you will take on the qualities of the King of Wands to get your new adventure, your new passion, and to get things off the ground, to get things started. So what that means is you go for it. You're a warrior. You're in control. You're the boss. This is like the CEO. So like if you think of that like super, it could be super masculine. So whether you're male or female, that super masculine, assertive, macho, I am in control, boss energy, that's the type of energy you're going to be in. That's the energy you have to embrace to, to get things off the ground. And if you would like information about that, just look up the King of Wands, look up his qualities, and try to emulate them. Okay. Gateway. Oh my gosh. Gateway. Oh, wow. Knave of Chalices. Okay. And on top of the book, express your love. Oh my gosh. So again, embracing that King of Wands boss energy will be the gateway to your dreams, to the manifestation of your creative ideas, to everything you want. This unicorn. So I feel like you can be a little bit of the oddball. In some way you stand out. And I feel like you're going to be embracing those differences, because that's going to lead you to what your life purposes, to what you desire, to that milk and honey land. Now, let's talk about this Knave of Chalices. So the knave is very inexperienced, especially when it comes to emotions. So I feel like when it comes to like love, especially, you may not be the most experienced. Maybe you've never had a relationship before, or maybe you just had one solid love. Maybe you've never been in love. Maybe you've just been in love one time, or maybe you're just not that experienced when it comes to love. I see you like definitely getting a lot more experience when it comes to dating and romance and love, and just being more expressive, express your love. And I feel like you may do something very bold in terms of romance, and or you probably, if you're already with someone, you probably have already done this. But I feel like you're going to definitely gain a lot of confidence in love. I do feel like you're going to be in a partnership at the end of the decade, or you'll be able to look back on this partnership as one of your highlights of the decade, because you're going to say, well, you know what, I lost, but I'm so glad I took that chance. And I feel like, yeah, you're going to be taking chances when it comes to expressing your emotions, not just your emotions in terms of love and romance, but your creative emotions, your passions, and just going for it. And I feel like we have these 2 pages, knave and page, like just, you're just so young and green, and by the end of 2029 you have so much more experience, so much more direction and passion, because you're going to be making moves and doing things, and that's the only way you can grow, is by movement and going for it. So I wish you the best of luck, pal 4. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell me what pal you chose, how it resonates, and also if you're subscribed, you'll automatically be entered into my reading giveaway for the current month, whatever month you comment on in. Okay, subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye.